Hello everybody, welcome back to the workshop. So last time we glued up the back for the new Blueburst guitar, and today I will get that glued down and ready to prep to start cutting out the body. So we'll go ahead and just jump right into this. Put the camera down here. Starting to figure out my better camera angles. But now, so if you remember from last time, I had mentioned about this cardboard being left behind after the glue seam. So what we're going to do is just scrape that off. And I'll speed this up here after a little bit. But all you do is just apply a little bit of pressure and just kind of scrape with a flat razor blade up the glue seam. Okay, so then what we'll do is we'll take our sander, get this all set up with an 80 grit sanding pad on it, plug it in, and then we'll just sand up a little bit of glue that's left over. So I get it untangled. Okay. Okay, so I went ahead and sanded off both the back and the front. Now, what I need to figure out is, I'll check. Okay, I think I'm going to glue to this side because that's where the cardboard was. And I think it'll be a little bit easier to glue this side as it is. So in the end, this will be what you see on the back, and I'll be able to clean up a lot more of this stuff later on and be able to make it look a lot better than it is. So then what I like to do is I'll flip this over, and I'll go ahead and actually find one of my templates up here, and I'm going to trace out where the body's going to kind of go. That way I know where I'll need to make some adjustments or anything like that, and I'll just have a better idea of where I want the body to go. So put the template down, get stuff lined up with our center lines. Make sure I have my center line right there. And then there. And there. Okay. Push it up a little bit. Why does that seem off? That seems off. Straight through. Oh. Must be the grain. Sometimes the grain of the wood will play tricks on you, and it'll look like your template or straight line or whatever might be off. But you know, if the grain runs at an odd angle, it'll look like that anyway. Nothing to worry about. It just adds some character to the guitar, makes it, you know, unique to itself. But then what we'll do is make sure I get this right. So if this is what we're gluing onto. Okay, yeah. So this is what we're gluing onto the top. You gotta be careful you don't get it mixed up because it's really easy to forget, you know, which side you said you were gonna, you know, make the top or the back or whichever. It's always good to keep in mind what side you're working with. So like right now, because I'm doing the top that would be, this will be glued down to the back of the top, I have to remember to keep it to where this is facing up like normal would. If this would have been the back, I would have flipped this over, the template over, and made sure that it was onto the back of it instead of on the top of it. So then you kind of get, I know it's hard to see with the pencil lines and stuff, but I'll turn it up there for you guys here in just a second. Then you can kind of see here, you know, you get your basic outline of what you want on the guitar, and then you can start working from that. So then what we'll do now is, actually, I have another template here that I will use. I'll go ahead and put this down and just get it kind of roughly lined up. This one doesn't have to be perfect, but you still want it to be fairly relevant to what or how it would match up. So get your center lines matched up again, and then what this does is this gets your wire channels and things like that ready to be cut out. So, and I don't do the like the cavities just yet. I always just do the main channel, and then like the little rest areas for some of the screws on the pickups. I don't worry too much about the rest of it. But we'll get those traced out, and then I always like to come here into both of the cavities a fair amount just to make sure that the channel will stretch into it, so when you go to actually make your channel, it'll already be set in there. So then what we'll go ahead and do is we'll take this off, and then I'll get my router, and this is just, look, I think that's a Craftsman? Yeah, just a regular Craftsman router. Just picked up from the hardware store. It's worked really good so far. And you don't really need anything special to do this stuff with. As long as you got reliable power tools and you know how to use them, you should be perfectly fine. So we'll plug that in, and then I usually use like template bits with a bearing on it when I use these things. But for right now, because it doesn't have to be perfect, we can use just a straight cut bit, which, as soon as I can find one here, there's one. So what I mean by a straight cut bit is it's just a regular bit without no bearings, nothing, just a straight shank, straight cut bit. And this will just let us cut, you know, wherever we need to, however we need to, and we don't have to worry too much about anything. So go ahead and get this set into the router. And well, hi there, Spider. I don't know where you went. Freaking spider just dropped down in front of my face. Alright, anyway. I need to find some safety glasses real quick. So let me find some of them. Wherever those might be. Alright, so we're back this time, and we got safety protection. So we'll drop the camera back down real quick. Ooh, tippy. Stop tipping. Alright, that's sketchy. Is that better? No? There we go, good enough. Hey, there we go. Alright, so now you're going to get your depth cut set. And you don't got to cut very deep for this, just deep enough to get it to go down in. But eventually you do want to take it down to about a half inch, 3/4 of an inch, so you got enough room for your wires to be able to run through the length of the guitar. So go ahead and start this up and start our passes. Okay, so go ahead and drop you guys down here. Okay, so you can see now what I did here. And I just made a real light shallow pass in through here and up and down. And the main thing here is to run your wires through. These little cutouts here, these will be for your pickups. When you set your pickups down in, there's little screws on the side of it. They go down a little bit extra further than the rest of it. And what that does is it keeps it gives you something to raise the pickup up against to adjust your height and stuff like that. But then like up here, this will be getting into your control switch and stuff like that. And then down here will be into your volume and control knobs. So I'll go ahead and make one more cut deeper, and that'll have our wire stuff set in. So I will set you guys back up here and hopefully not mess it up this time. Like I am now. In progress. Alright, not too bad. Okay, so I'll go ahead and lower the thing here a little bit. I don't want to make it too deep, so I'm going to go ahead and actually... That's right about a ½ inch right there. And I know you can't really see it, but I mean, I'm going about, you know, a ½ inch deep back in to just finish it off. So we'll go ahead and drop it down here, make sure no cables are in the way, and then we'll start our cut again. Okay, so that has the channels for everything routed out. And now this doesn't have to be perfect because you obviously won't see it on the inside, but I'll go ahead and pull the camera down here so you guys can see. So now, and like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. You could clean this up with a bearing router, but I'm not going to worry about it too much because again, you won't see it. But now we got a real good deep channel running through here, and now this is pretty much ready to put some glue down on it and get our top set on it. So I'll go ahead and put this back up here. Kind of good, pretty good. Good enough. Anyway, alright, so get this, then we'll want to get our glue bottle. And then this is where I don't know how, sawdust in my mouth. Gotta figure out how I want to clamp this up. I mean, obviously I'll drop my clamps and stuff all over it, but for right now, just trying to think, because I gotta get all my clamps and stuff ready to go, but I think, I should be great. Set the big clamps down first. So now, you just want to apply a very, very big pile of glue down on your board here. Get that out. Alright, so just kind of wipe it off. You don't want a whole lot of sawdust. It doesn't hurt to have sawdust on it, but just relatively clean surface. Then you can just start pouring it on. So then dig through this sawdust pile here and find an old razor blade and just kind of spread this around really good. So now that that's all spread around, you can, if you want, you can kind of go back in and clean up some of this glue on the inside here, which it doesn't hurt either. We're stepping out. I'm going to move this so this doesn't get glued to my thing. Actually, I'm going to get a piece of cardboard back up here just so I don't get glue all over my table. Okay, so there's that. Now that we have that, kinda, I'm gonna put, where did the glue blade go? I'm losing my mind. I just had it. Where'd it go? Oh, that's right, I put it right here. Dur. Spread this up here around a little bit more. Alright. So then, this will dot my hands a little bit. Rag to wipe it off. So this is when we can glue the top down. And so, you can pretty much just kind of see where you want to have it set up. And you should kind of be able to see your lines you drew a little bit. It might not be real easy to see them, but you should be able to technically see them. And then I'll go ahead and drop a clamp down here on the bottom. It's kind of hard to get it at first because it'll want to slide around on you because of all the glue. But once you get one down, the rest of them start to get a lot easier. Alright, so there's that one. And then what I like to do is I'll flip it around and go up to the top. Actually, I'll go ahead and turn this sideways. It's probably hard for you guys to see, so it doesn't fall over. Okay, so turn sideways. I'll get another one of my clamps here. And that looks good up there, so then we'll go ahead and set it down a little bit. Get that in there a good ways. Make sure, yep, still in line. Clamp that down really tight. And then go back here to the bottom and give that one another big torque. So I need now is I have clamped that to that. Oh well, that's okay. We can work around it. Okay. Sit on its side for right now, it should be okay. I know this is terrible camera stuff, but like I said, I need to get a tripod or something to put over my shoulder for you guys to see a little bit better. Okay, so on that side, I wonder if I can just... Probably not. Oh wait, maybe? Can I pull it off? I hope so. Come on. Well, we'll just pop it off. Okay. So I didn't need cardboard after all. But, go ahead here and make sure it's lined up again. Did move to the side a little bit there. Good, right? I think so. Yeah, we're in the pencil line. Right on it, actually. So, again, clamp it down really tight. I just realized that this is probably... Oh, that's actually not bad. You guys can see that pretty good. Put that on the side, and then got one more big one here. I'll put this over here on the other side. Right up against it, drop it straight down. And push that on in. Okay, so we've got our 4 clamps on, and I'm getting in the way really bad. Okay, 4 clamps on. Now we have a top at the bottom, and then 2 down here on the bottom part of it. But now there is this part here, and I definitely always like to clamp it on the horn. But I've had a couple problems here lately, and I might have to make some pieces to stretch across. But what I think I might do is just get a board or something like that to put across here that I can just clamp straight down and give it a good glue seam. It's already pushing out a lot of glue. Like, I'll pull this around here and show you guys just how much. Like you can see here, it's just really squeezing out the glue, especially right in here, which is a good thing because that means the bond between the tops and the body are going to be really strong, which again, that's what you want. So now I'll figure out, I'll just go ahead and grab some of these clamps here and just see what I can reach with it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, it's still dusty in here. Oh, here we go. An old board like this to just stretch right across. We'll do one, I've got a couple of these down here, so I'll go ahead and do a couple of these. But I'll put that one there, and then get another one on the other side here to even it out. As soon as it decides to drop in. Come on now. There we go. So we'll stretch that on down. Loosen that up. Okay, there's that. That down good. Okay. Just want to make sure that everything's good. Okay. Then down here again. I'll get another one. Just put it right across the center. So there's that one. And make sure I can still clamp it. Keep it pretty tight. Alright, good enough. Okay, so then that's got the whole entirety of the body clamped down, fingers in the way. Good job, me. But so we've got a big clamp up at the top where the neck would be. We've got a big clamp down here at the bottom. Two more big clamps right across the side from that, and then up here across the middle of the body we've got I think it's like a 1x2, I don't know, but just a piece of wood to hold it, and then two clamps on the side of that, and then you can just see it's really forcing all the glue out, which again is what you want to see. So we'll let this sit overnight, and we'll come back to it the next time I can. Jeez, I had glasses on this whole time. But we'll come back to it when it's dried up. It's 4th of July weekend. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Go America. Got an American shirt on today. But yeah, I work at the other job I have is a tourist spot, so it's very, very busy for me this time of year, which is why it took a little bit to get this video up and done. But once I get this up and this week passes, it should be a little bit easier to get more work done for you guys and put all my stuff up. So for right now, that's about all I got. Thank you guys so much for joining me here in the shop today. I will try to get another video posted up. We'll try to do a video a week. We'll aim for that for now, a video a week. And then we'll come back to this. Probably, I can probably work on it tomorrow. I'll have to see what happens, how the day goes. But thank you guys for joining me here in the shop today. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe, comment, share, just a little bit of everything. Let me know what you guys thought, comments on the video, anything like that. Also let me know if you guys, I've been thinking about getting t-shirts. Would you guys want to buy a t-shirt, a Kyo custom guitar t-shirt? I think it'd be pretty cool. I'd buy one. I'm going to wear one. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks!